I don't look good, do I? Hey everybody, welcome to CFC Fan TV. I'm sorry for slating me. I have just woke up. It's like just gone. I think it's 8:30, 9 here. But I have heard that we've lost 2-0, and some of my friends were watching the game as well. I know Charlie's going to do a review later on, so do look out for that. I'm sure a lot of you are fuming, so I'm just going to wait for all the comments to come in, and I think I know what your first point is going to be. I'm a Man City fan. Oh, are you? Well, congrats. Well, you were really good today, so I can't really be biased, can I? And say, no, I think we deserve to win, because I really don't, unfortunately. I thought that was so poor. I think people that, yeah, tough season ahead. Gaza, hey. Yeah, true. I think, I don't know how much time you want to give Morata, really. I think he's just not suited to Premier League. I mean, Man City are, I know this is only the Community Shield or whatever, but it's still, you know, one of our rivals in the Premier League, and we need to make sure that we at least sort of show some form that can, like, sort of present some sort of threat, so that when we go into the start of the Premier League, that we look as if we're competing for, I mean, not just the title, but, you know, top four as well. Yeah, I mean, I'll start off with Morata, really. We don't have, I know a lot of fans are hating. I know Charlie and Rory, we always have a group chat, and it's the first thing they say, that they're really just not impressed. And I think, unfortunately, I don't see how he's going to perform well this season. And I think if we don't sign somebody before the transfer window ends, then we are in a lot of trouble, if I'm being honest. So I'm in my friend's house, and they're all United fans, and they're WhatsApping me now, giving me a lot of rubbish. Chelsea need a world-class striker. Yeah, we do. I mean, the thing about Diego Costa is that I wasn't particularly like a major fan, but he was just quite aggressive, wasn't he? And that's what you need in the Premier League. You need somebody who's a bit more tough, and unfortunately, Morata just isn't up for it. What's this lady doing on Chelsea channel? Well, I mean, I've run it, so yeah, I've got to be on here. I wouldn't get rid of Alonso. I don't think he's done anything wrong. I think the most important thing, I mean, our midfield again was rubbish. I think having Fabregas anywhere in the midfield, I think his time was up again, although I thought he was a very good player for us at one point. Hey, FLG. Hi, darling. Yeah, and okay, so we'll look at one positive. You know, some of our best players aren't here. We don't have Kante. We don't have Hazard. You know, yeah, of course we need Kante. We all know that. I think our whole team falls apart without him. I think with Sarri, I think a lot of you fans are going to be a bit worried. I don't see the need to be too worried at the moment. I think he's doing his best to work with what he's got. I don't think it's any different to what's been like how we performed last season. We need Courtois rather than Kante to be. Courtois, I don't think he's coming back, I'm afraid. I am going to do a video on that later on when I've got a bit of a nice setting. Actually, I might do it at the beach club, you know. I might do a video at the beach club, and we can talk about it with some of my friends. But I think he's as good as gone. And also, as well, he doesn't really want to be at Chelsea. Or not, he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. He really does not want to be at Chelsea. So if he wants to go to Madrid, just let him go, because he's just a waste of time. Hello, Sophie. Hey. That's really polite. Yeah, sorry, I sound a bit tired and down and stuff. It's not really anything to be excited about, is there, after that, really? Can Chelsea compete for the title? No. Absolutely not, no. If we get a decent striker, I believe we can get a top four, but we're a long way off that. I mean, look how amazing Man City are. They're probably one of the best teams in the world. The only thing they haven't done yet is grab a European trophy, and that is surely not far off for the next few years. I mean, they're out with that. I mean, AGUERO, like, he's second to none. He's, I mean, for me, I would love to have him at Chelsea. It's never going to happen. But I wish he could come to Chelsea. Oh, well, only pre-season. Yeah, I know, but I think a lot of these pre-season games, I don't think a player's form is as much of a problem, because it doesn't really say much as to how they're going to be. But in terms of how the team's laid out, I think we're in a bit of trouble, from being honest. But we do still have time to sign somebody up until, what is it, next Thursday? So whether Chelsea will bother, to get somebody. We need to get Martial. What do you think? I think a swap was, yeah, it would be good, but like I say, it's so hard for me to give an honest opinion on if I think we're going to get these good players, because our board just don't act quick enough, and then we lose out. I don't know who we're going to get in replacement of Courtois yet. I think the boys will do a video on that later on next week. But I think it's just the main thing about today is just a shame that we didn't really seem like we were even in it, to be honest. I think Hudson-Odoi was probably our only threat, and he is, one of our youngsters, and we all know how that pans out going into the season. They never really get a chance. So I'm hoping that Sarri's different and he does give him a chance and he takes note of what we're seeing here. Wow, David, that is rude. Whoa, I'm not answering that, and it's not appropriate. Miss Diego, yeah, me too. Don't we all? Morata has no service there. Oh, yeah, but I mean, I honestly am struggling to find one fan that wants to stick up for him other than Olivia, and she's obviously entitled to her opinion. That's why we have her on, and I love the fact that she has different views. But I think he's just not suited to the Premier League, unfortunately, especially for Chelsea. Like I said, the problem is they've invested so much money in him that it's sort of a bit of a pain in the arse for the club, and I'm sure they're not happy about it either. I thought the whole thing with this shirt, I thought, yeah, that's great and really sentimental, but I mean, fans, I don't think any fan was that bothered. Emerson, yeah, I'm not against playing Emerson. I'm surprised why we would leave Christensen on the bench if we're conceding goals. He's one of our best defenders. Luiz should be dropped. Yeah, the thing is with David Luiz that I think he's a great player. He scored some amazing goals. Remember those goals back in like at Fulham away. I think I went to years ago, and he scored an amazing goal there. So he's really, really talented. He's just clumsy, and sometimes when he gets too into it, I think I remember Atletico Madrid away, and he just makes silly mistakes that are like just irrelevant, really. Lord, yeah, where was RLC? No idea. Apart from Hazard and Kante, oh, I missed that, babe. I'm going to try and scroll up. Apart from Hazard and Kante, rest of them average. What do you think, Sophie? Yeah, not Dave. Aspilicueta is really good. Don't forget. I'd say Aspilicueta, Kante, Hazard, and who else is in contention? I mean, I like Alonso. I know a lot of you don't so much. I'm not judging it on today. What's going on in my group chat? Pedro was terrible. I don't think anybody performed very well today, actually, if I'm being honest. Let's put it right. Like I said, other than Hudson-Odoi, actually. Sorry, I'll tell a lie. But the team's made up of 11 players, not one. And that's unfortunately why we failed. And I know it's only pre-season and people don't really see it as anything serious, but I mean, it would have been nice to win before the start of the season, give us a bit of a high. Cameron Welsh, we love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. I wish I could show you Vegas. My friend, though, he hasn't really got round to doing his garden yet. So I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. It's too bright. But I will when I want a video about Courtois later on at Encore Beach Club. Then obviously you'll get to see a little bit of Vegas, which will be super cool. Gaza City are light years ahead of us. Yeah, they are. Like, oh my God, so far ahead. So far ahead. I don't see how any team is going to... I think Liverpool will be main contenders next season, along with them. And Liverpool are prone to beat them. But I don't see how, if we can't beat them in pre-season... I mean, yeah, we haven't got Kante and we haven't got Hazard, so we'll see how that pans out. But Dean Zaha... Oh, really? My friend is in a group chat and he's saying this assessment defence was shit. Rax, I don't want you in my live. I'm trying to get in my live. Barkley needs to make surging runs. I like Ross Barkley. What I don't like is having anyone alongside Fabregas. I think Fabregas doesn't work in our team anymore, let alone in the middle. I think he wants to stay at Chelsea. I think he loves living in London. I think it's the perfect team for him. He's just not the perfect player for us anymore. That's the best way I can describe that. If we win the Premier League, can we see a drunk Sophie? Of course. Have you not seen a drunk Sophie so far? I drank a lot. You know, I thought I'd take 2 weeks off just before the start of the season because I know when we start playing, it's going to be super busy for me. Chelsea win the Champions League. Darling, I don't want to be, I don't want to dishearten you, but I really don't think we're going to win the Premier League this season. The Champions League this season, or the next, if I'm being honest. Hello, you drink a lot? No, I couldn't tell, Matthew. Only when I'm away. I never drink in England. I never go out in England. Um, any predictions to Man City versus Arsenal? What player would you sign? Oh, good question. Listen, I just want a decent striker. I think when Kante comes back, I think when Hazard come back, I think the likes of Jorginho will work really well. And I'm not really that concerned about our defence, to be honest. We have Dave, we've got Emerson, we've got Christensen, we've got loads of options there. Although we were poor today. So yeah, Michael. Yes, yeah, just a decent striker. Yes, I am back from Vegas soon. I'm coming back on Wednesday, so only a few more days left, then I'm home. Anyway, do comment below. What did you think of today's game? There is no man of the match again because we're rubbish, and I think Charlie's going to do another review later. So do look out for that. And yes, I will see you all super soon. Sorry, it's not a bit more of a lively live, but we were crap, weren't we? And it's getting a bit depressing, isn't it, to be honest? So hopefully in the next few days we will sign at least a couple more players that can sort of have a positive influence on the start of our season.